Hello everybody and welcome to opening day here of the MLB season. We are here on season 2 for the Kansas City Royals franchise here on MLB The Show. And today we get our second season underway against the Detroit Tigers in Comerica Park. We have made a few moves in the off season. Let's see if those moves can change our fortunes here as we go into our second season with the Royals. Tariq Skubal is the ace for Detroit, and he will take the mound here first. Had pretty good numbers last year. 3.35 ERA and 25 starts. So he takes the mound here today. As we have Vinny Pasquantino, one of our best players from last season, here leading us off. He had a really good season last year, Pasquantino. I think he hit something like 317 in the regular season, and he doesn't get us off to a good start here as he is caught out at second base. Randall Grichuk, new signing in the offseason, gets us underway with it, the first hit of the day. AJ Pollock 0-2. He's going to hit one up the middle, and we've got two men on. Actually didn't get through the infield there. Was stopped by the shortstop. But Pollock reaches on an infield hit. I know if you guys have ever tasted cherry vanilla Coke, but I just got one there. And it's very tasty, and I'm having one here as we play, but there's a double play by El Capitan to get us to the end of the first. New signing Noah Syndergaard is our ace here today as he will start on the mound for the Kansas City Royals. Had very good numbers for the Dodgers last year. And Harrison Bader is going to lead off for Detroit here. Syndergaard didn't have the greatest spring training. I was pretty happy with how he did. But he's got 3-0 here against Harrison Bader. That one's inside the zone. Maybe got a little bit of a tough call there for the second ball. And that one's also borderline as they say he walked him. 1-1 now to Green, and he smokes one to right field. Grichuk's there to stop it from being any more than that. Carmandelo Santos, he was the Detroit Tigers pick in the draft. And that's a very off the mark throw from MJ Melendez as we've got runners at the corners now. There's Eric Haas, 0-2 now. A little bit of trouble here for Syndergaard. But Haas extended strike zone and is struck out. Kerry Carpenter's going to ground to Massey, and that's going to end the first here at Comerica Park. MJ Melendez nearly went smash down that left field line. I actually said it was in left field earlier, and it went into right field. This just shows you how long it's been since I've actually played MLB The Show here. 0-2 to Melendez, and the slider gets him. Here's Manny Grandal, another new signing as he strikes out as well. And 1-2 now to Vosler. Jason Vosler came in from the Reds in a trade for us last year. And he fights off that slider. Nearly middle there. Probably should be capitalizing, but we were a little bit early. Trying to get used to the controls again. Fights off another slider. I think it's been about a month since I've even touched this game, and you can see why. RC dash just there. 12-6 curve gets me. Edward Olivares. He was on the Royals last year. He's gone to Detroit. Number 6 in their lineup, and he is going to... Oh, he just caught that Grichuk. Olivares is out. Oof. That was left up. That was almost middle there on the slurve by Syndergaard. And that's a bad strikeout by Hernandez, but another strikeout for Syndergaard. Candelario fouls off another ball. And that one is going to fly to Melendez at center field to end the second. Called strike on the outside. Borderline. Another strikeout. That's Michael Massey going down. He strikes. 5 for Tariq Skubal now. Pascantino makes contact, but he is going to fly out to right field. Javi Baez is going to get a hit here down to right field, not left field, like I said earlier. What are they doing with Javi Baez at batting ninth? He's going to get to second now as Harrison Bader gets a hit off Syndergaard. We're only through 3 innings, not even through 3 innings yet, and things haven't looked good for Syndergaard. There's a lot of his command's not quite where you'd want it to be today, but that one's gonna be an infield fly to Vosler. Carmen de los Santos, his first MLB hit of his career, and it's going to end in an RBI as well. He's going to keep that baseball as the Detroit Tigers pick from last year gets his first Major League hit and RBI. Blocked by Perez there. We have a lot of options to play catcher this year, but that one's speared straight to Massey at second base. Eric Haas is out. And Carpenter's also going to be speared to second. That's the end of the third. That was a good pitch, but we did not go for it. AJ Pollock, 1 for 1. Oh, that one's right down the middle. He should be taking advantage, but we're late on it. Pollock, I'm very looking forward to what Pollock can do. This one's going to fly out into the right center field gap, and the right fielder is going to take care of it. And Perez is going to ground into a ground ball again. Ended in a double play last time, but this time he's going to be out, and that'll end the inning. Edward Olivares 0 for 1. Flew out in the first inning, and this one might actually stay fair. It does not. It's foul. Olivares coming back to maybe haunt us if he gets a hit here, and pretty much the exact same hit there, but this time it bloops in for a single. Just outside on the slurve. And goes up high then for the strikeout. I think that's 4 for Syndergaard now. 3. I was wrong. And there, he's going to be safe at second base. Wild pitch. Candelario might bloop this in, and indeed he will. Melendez can't keep a hold of it, but we do keep the man at second. Another bad throw by Melendez. I suppose this is why they keep Javi Baez at number 9 in the order. The bases are loaded now. Bader does a sac fly. Pollock in left field tries to get it there, but they're going to get another run home. That's 2 now. Blocked by Perez. Doesn't get it there on time. He's safe at third. So now we've got 2 players in running position, scoring position for Riley Green, and he's going to hit one into the right center field gap, and that's going to bring home 2 more runners for Detroit as an RBI, a 2 RBI double for Riley Green. And finally, we're going to get out of this inning grounding to the shortstop to end the 4th. And that's a bad strikeout, but he's pulled him off the bag, but he gets him via tag. That's a 7th strikeout already for Scooble. Need to calm down and just take better pitches. That's not a bad pitch to hit, but it slides left.
Number 12, Jordan Hicks.
Jordan Hicks is coming in for Noah Syndergaard after a pretty poor start. Hicks is a new addition, and it's good to see him get a good. He's going to get a good few innings here in this game as he gets a ground out in his first time on the mound. Now he's going to get a fly out to left field from Kerry Carpenter, so Hicks gets 2. And it looks like it's going to be 3 up, 3 down. Bobby Witt Jr. is going to throw the first, and that's going to end the 5th. And there is the prerequisite hit from Vinny Pasquantino as he gets on the board for the season. 3-0, 2 on, 1 out. And Randall Grichuk takes him out. Home run, Randall Grichuk. One of our new signings makes the big impact as we get back in this game. A 3-run shot by Randall Grichuk to left field. First of the year, let's hope he can do many more this year for us. And another strikeout. Bottom of the 6th now. And Candelario is going to get one up the middle for a single. Ooh, bad strikeout there by Baez as Hicks gets one. And comes back with a walk to Harrison Bader. So now he's got 2 on, 2 out. Perez drops that, but we get him out at third.
Number 65.
Dylan Coleman comes in now. Had a very good year last year, 2.47 ERA, and some very good innings for us. He's coming in here now against Riley Green for the first half bat as he flies out to right. And Carmen de los Santos is going to ground to second base. 2 up, 2 down for Dylan Coleman. Walks his third batter. Haas takes first base. And Carpenter is going to pop it up to the catcher. And that's a good inning from Dylan Coleman. And there's a hit for Bobby Witt Jr. Got on base already today, I think via walk, BWJ, but gets a hit there to get on.
He's going.
And now he's going to try and steal second and gets there easily. First steal of the year for Bobby Witt Jr. He's going to try and steal third now, and he's going to get caught stealing. Witt's out of third. And now Pasquantino is going to ground it. Now we're going to the 9th. And now we're going to the bottom of the 8th. In comes Aroldis Chapman. Another good year for him last year for us. And lots of strikeouts. Everything you want to see from him. 2.98 ERA. Keeping it under 3, which you like to see. And Edward Olivares is going to fly out to right. Grichuk's out there. Hernandez struck out by Aroldis Chapman. And now we've got Jeimer Candelario. 2 out for Candelario, and he's going to fly out to right as well. 3 up, 3 down for Aroldis Chapman. Now we need to put at least 1 run on the board here in the 9th. Oh, a favorable call there for us. That knuckle curve looks to be in the zone to me, and Grichuk continues his great start to the season with a smash back up the middle, single. Pollock now 1 for 3. He's going to ground into a double play. I thought I liked the sound off the bat, but double play not what we want. Perez has had a pretty poor day as he's late on a middle knuckle curve as he faces Alex Lang, someone I actually haven't mentioned, the closer for Detroit today. This is really a game that I'm just trying to get back into the groove of playing MLB again with just everything that I've been playing. EAFC, of course, came out, had a fun time with that, and you know, NCAA, which has been really popular with you guys, and that's going to end it. Strikes out looking, and the Tigers are going to win 4-3. I've been watching some other MLB content, and I think, you know, sometimes it is good to slow down. I think I do fly through these games a lot of the time, but I don't like giving you guys long videos, but we'll have to wait and see. Maybe I will just do longer videos for you guys in future. Scooble went 6 innings, had a good, a very, very good day. But we're going to do this entire series, the first series of the season, as we will go into our second game against the Detroit Tigers here. And after 2 go out, Perez is going to get his first hit of the season here in the first inning. Different lineup here today as we're facing a righty, so Vosler is at the 4 and Perez is at the 3. As Vosler is going to fly out to center, and that's going to be the first for our offense. Nice slider by Brady Singer to strike out Harrison Bader. And Riley Green is going to get a slow roller up the middle to get the first hit of the day for Detroit. Brady Singer was supposed to be our ace last year, and after a good start, he really kind of fell off. But they're going to ground into a double play here, and he's going to get out of the first. Someone else we need to take a look at. Gavin Cross was up here for September call-ups, and he made the team, but he's going to be ground out the first there in a soft tapper. It's Eddie Bent. Haas goes down on strikes. I think that's the second strikeout for Singer today. The Carpenter's going to get the second hit. Edward Olivares here now at Comerica Park as he flies out to center. Drew Waters is there. Someone who's not in the left-handed lineup is Drew Waters. MJ Melendez takes that position. And Gavin Cross is in left field, and that's going to be a ground rule double for Enrique Hernandez. It bounces over the fence. And that'll end the second there as it's ground to Witt there at shortstop. We do have a very different approach between the two-handed pitching as the left fielder comes in to get them out of the third as Pasquantino flies out to the left fielder. Baez takes first there. And now Singer is going to get the double play. Riley Green 1 for 1, and now he's going to be 2 for 2. Nice hit to left field. And the strikeout of Carmel De Los Santos is going to get him out of the third. Nearly hit Witt there on the inside. Full count now for Witt. That's a hittable ball, but it's going to fly out to right field. And there's the fourth for us. Basler strikes out. Full count now as Singer goes up against Haas. And they're going to say they're going to take his base. That was very much in the zone. So a bad call there. That should have been a strikeout. And they are going to try and swipe second. But Witt's going to easily tag him there. Nice throw by Perez. Carpenter trying to fly to left. But Cross can't make the play. And he gets a single. And Olivares is going to single to right field now, as we've got a runner in scoring position here for the Detroit Tigers. And Candelario is going to hit one to the left center field gap. Waters is going to try and throw home, and he does stop the second runner coming in as Detroit take the lead. And now Javi Baez is going to try and bring home two guys here. Waters try and throws again, but that will be two more runs for Detroit. And that'll end the fourth as we fly out to Cross in left field.
One ball, no strike.
And Carmen De Los Santos now here at the bottom of the fifth is going to take Singer to right center field for a double. And Carpenter is going to strike out as his 100% run for the day ends. One out, 0-1 here for Drew Waters. Fouled it off. Just talking about Singer there, I think he's had some bad calls here today with the umpire, but I also think he's not really been hitting his spots. He's been better than Noah Syndergaard, I think, as Waters strikes out here. 6th strikeout of the day. That's really bad. I'm really poor today, just swinging at bad pitches and not getting my timing right. But it's Vinny Pasquantino up now as we start the line-up again, and he's going to ground the first to end that part of the inning. And Jameer Candelario is going to take Brady Singer to right field. Home run. Jameer Candelario, his first of the season. And now it's 4-0 to Detroit.
Oh. 1-0.
83 pitches in the bottom of the 6th as Javi Baez swings and misses. Calls off the sinker. I do think we're probably going to have more longer episodes, maybe over an hour, just to get, make sure I'm putting everything in. I'm not speeding through these games. Did he go? Yes, he did. That'll end the 6th. And Massey's gonna take his base there. Walk. And Pollock is gonna get that one to drop in, and that he's gonna run to second there, and he's gonna get there. Pollock, 2 out and 2 in scoring position now. And Waters is going to strike out here to bring us to the bottom of the 8th. Dylan Coleman's up for his second appearance so far this year as Kerry Carpenter continues a really good day, and really poor defensive play by the Royals gets him into third. A triple. And that one's left up as well, but Olivares can't make him pay. Waters tries to get him out, but it will be a sack fly as Detroit get another run. Nice hit there by Hernandez, but Waters will catch it in center. Now we need to have 5 runs in the 9th if we're going to do anything, get anything out of this game. We want to force another inning with... Sneaks one up the middle and gets on base here. Might get a rally going, but on 1 out. 1 and 2 for Vosler. A complete game shutout for Michael Lorenz in 9 innings. No runs. 2 hits for us. We were not, or 3 actually. We did not have a good day. Now we're into game number 3 and the final series here. And this is probably the greatest play I've ever seen anyone make in the MLB. He absolutely lays out. Carpenter here in right field. What a defensive play at Comerica Park for the home fans here as Witt is caught in foul ground. Someone I do want to take a look at, James Caprillion. He's number 3 in our lineup here as Harrison Bader walks. But he is our a new signing for us. He came over from the A's as he gets double play here. We'll see. Caprillion had a very good spring, and I want him to fit into that 3rd spot in the rotation as he walks another player here in the 1st inning. That's his most crippling problem, I suppose, with his pitching, is he walks a lot of batters, but he's done pretty well to get out of that 1st inning. And Massey got a hit here. A little blooper there, just behind the in between the second baseman and the shortstop. Gavin Cross here again had no hits in his 1st game, but is going to end the 2nd for our offense here. I think the one thing I wanted to see really from Caprillion is what he could do as our first 2 pitchers in the rotation. Did not really do particularly well, and to be honest, Caprillion was way better than them, and he had a really, really good day throughout the game. As Witt takes 1st here. I feel like offensively we can be dangerous. I just feel we're going to go very hot and cold throughout the year. I don't think we're just going to be very consistent. Someone you can rely on, Salvador Perez. He gets a single back up the middle, and that will bring Witt to 3rd. And now we've got runners at the corners. And now we just need to see if someone can bring him in. As Jason Vosler gets a very nice hard hit ball to right center field. And it gets down and bounces over the fence. And now we've got 2 players in running position as Witt gets our 1st run on the board. And the first time I think we've taken the lead so far this season in our 3rd game, as Nicky Lopez keeps the run going as he's going to fly to left, and Perez is able to tag up from 3rd base. And something we haven't, which hasn't been good for us, is Gavin Cross continues to struggle in the batter's box. But we are 2 up. Caprillion showed today that he could really hit his spots when he needed to. But he did walk a lot of batters. And Carmen de los Santos had 2, and it's only the 4th inning. But he hadn't let up a hit to this point. But you see the kind of inconsistency with his pitches. When he's throwing them, they're either super competitive or they're way out. And you usually don't get guys to bait into them. But that's a really good circle change low against Eric Haas to get his 4th strikeout of the day. And then he got Kerry Carpenter to ground out, and that in the 4th. So he had 4 pretty flawless innings. Like, obviously, he walked a few batters, but to this point, he had no hits let up. Then Enrique Hernandez came up, and Caprillion continued to do really well. Again, it was either he was giving them really tough pitches to hit, or just really bad pitches that they weren't fooled on. But a really bad play there by Pollock in right field allows Enrique Hernandez to get to 3rd. And Caprillion left up his 1st hit of the day. But he was able to get out of the 5th, no problem. Witt had done pretty well with walks so far, but this time he was going to get a hit, and he was going to get on base once again for, I think, the 2nd time today, before we would go to Jason Bosler. He had a hit and an RBI earlier, and he was going to get another hit, as Witt was going to be able to round the base, and we're going to have runners at the corners once again. Bosler gets a nice single. And as I said, runners at the corners. Let's see if we can take advantage of them once again. However, they were going to pull their pitcher. Turnbull went out of the game. Joey Wentz came in. And he certainly did clean up that inning. And Nicky Lopez would strike out. And that will be the end of our nice little run there. The 6th. Caprillion continued to deal as he would strike out Carmelo Santos to end the 6th. At the top of the 7th, with a full count, Gavin Cross got on base for the 1st time this season and with a walk. And AJ Pollock came up after him. Pollock is more of a lefty specialist, but he's the best of our lefty specialists against righties. So he got the starting job, and we maybe have to relook that as he grounded into a double play. Drew Waters is another player who's really struggled so far this year. We've seen him strike out many times. There was another one. 1 for 2 and a walk for Bobby Witt Jr. And it was going to get a little bit better for BWJ as he got another hit down right over the center fielder, and he would get to 3rd base on a triple. Led the league in triples last year. Let's see if Bobby Witt Jr. can do it again after a pretty poor season by his standards last year. Definite dip in production, but we wouldn't be able to bring him home as Bosler would strike out. Then it came to the 9th inning, and our closer from last year, Scott Barlow. ERA 2.42. He had 3 blown saves last year, I believe. And he had over 50 saves. Had a really, really good season. And the first thing he did when he got into the game was give up a home run to Riley Green. And they were on the board. And now things were looking bad for us as we wanted to get out of this game, making sure we didn't get swept. But this was when Scott Barlow really started to dial in. He made much better pitches as Cameron De Los Santos was going to fly out to center after a pitch inside. A very good slurve that he chased. Next was Haas, and then Barlow started to get into his groove. A nice slider there, just a little bit low. A slurve there, another one that Haas didn't decide to offer for, but these are competitive pitches. That one was his worst pitch of the at bat. middle inside. But he would come back with a slurve that was low again. So now he was in a little bit of trouble. Haas could take the base and the tying run would be on first before a really nice slider would get him back in the count. Full count, 3-2. What does he do? Goes to that slider again, and Haas chases. Was thinking about a fastball, but changed my mind and struck him out on the slider. And got his second out of the inning. One more out to go to make sure that we did not be swept in the first series of the season, but that slurve was certainly left up, and we're lucky that Kerry Carpenter didn't take us to yard there with where it was. But Scott Barlow did dial in. He still didn't pitch fantastically. I think he's much better. But we are in the early season. Things are still being ironed out. I hadn't played this game in a long time and had to get back in the groove of things for sure. Carpenter did reach first base, and the tying run did reach base, and they pinch ran for him. Mike Antico came in, and wouldn't you believe it, Edward Olivares was the man who would decide this game. He comes up and hits a good enough hit that could be enough to bring Antico home. Against his former team, Olivares was up. He hadn't had a hit today. And now Barlow had to get his old teammate out. 1-1. Then it goes to 2-1, and the runner advances. So now we got a runner in scoring position. Olivares has a huge chance to get them tied up. But Olivares would ground to first, and the Royals would win this game. A little bit more drama than there needed to be when Barlow left up that home run to start the inning, but we were able to get out of it, and we were able to not be swept in the first series of the season. And James Caprillion showed that he could be a really effective pitcher. 6 innings, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, of course, are the big issue, but he only left 1 hit. So that's really, really good and promising for the season. However, that is all for today's video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. We'll be back with more MLB, AFC, NCAA, and FIFA content soon. And I hope you guys have a great day. Peace out, guys.